Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charters here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Holy moly donut shop, it was an amazing day for trading today for the S&P 500 in my opinion. Today is your Uncle Charters' birthday and many of you for the past few days commented wishing Uncle Charters a happy birthday, saying I hope we get a good move on my birthday. And man, did we get a decent move. It wasn't the biggest move we ever seen, on the SPY. But hey, compared to all the chop we've been having lately, this was a very nice trading day. So thank you guys for all the positive thoughts. Because guys, in my opinion, it came true. At this time, I gotta go off to my Discord. Today, the plan, because we had a gap down this morning, right? The plan is, we go based on the levels. We're gonna be looking to react. No bias, no crystal balls. Just looking to react based on what the price action does. And I wrote here, I got first support at 453 with first resistance at 455. Watch for the break of this range and play it level to level. I wrote bears take control below 451.5 and I will explain why in a few. And then I wrote here, I alerted the group. 453 broke down. Then I gave the lower targets in play, what to do, what not to do. And boy, did it work out beautifully. Still don't got that the arrows for the SPY and for the trading view anymore, but I can always draw one. That's an ugly looking arrow, I know. Anyways, so yeah, that blue line right there was my 453 level. Got the close below it on the 30-minute chart on the first candle right here of the day. And from there, the SPY did not look back. From 453 breakdown going as low as 449.3-ish. That's a decent move for the SPY. Very nice. Gotta go look back in the daily chart. Look at this, guys. Overall trend is bullish, of course. Higher highs, higher lows, and all the happy stuff. Look at that gap. What kind of gap does that look like? It looks like an exhaustion gap. And then we also had some structures and patterns here to watch. And we gap below. Look like a bearish breakaway gap. Overall, it's bearish. Okay, we broke down some critical levels based on the fib levels and the levels based on the trend lines. It's bearish. How low can we go is the question. And what levels should we pay attention to for this bearish price action to cancel? Okay, those are the questions that I would like to answer for us. Okay, so how low can it go? Well, in a bull market or a bull trend, it's always healthy to see previous breakout levels retest as support to confirm if the breakout is legit. Okay, so you guys refer back to the June, mid-June and late June, how we was testing around that 440-ish level. It was like a strong ceiling at that level. Is also one of my fib levels. We'll change it to blue. Okay, blue. So how low can it go? Well, if we continue to sell down, we're gonna have to break down some levels, which I will give to you guys. Possible we go and back test this breakout level that was way back in early July, which was a tough resistance back in June. Okay, there's also the gap at 442.5-ish. We could also go back and fill that gap. One thing I will say is trust no bounce unless we get a false breakdown setup. Trust no bounce. I don't care if it bounces off of support. Unless that bounce off of support leads to recapturing a loss level, leads to breaking out a resistant level, that is not strength. That's a dead cat bounce. But if it can recapture some levels, that is strength. That is not a dead cat bounce. That's when we want to look to long. False breakdown setups. What's a false breakdown? When we break down a support level, then that support level gets recaptured. And then it becomes support again. False breakdown setup. Try not to call a bottom, guys, because if it breaks down more support levels, 450, that's a fib level. Also the 20 daily moving average. DMA is daily moving average. It's just the regular moving average on the daily chart. The 20 DMA, around 450, combined with my fib level, around 450. If that fails, that's bearish, guys. 448.5, 447, 445.5. Then the previous back test of this level, 444. That's how low it's possible we can go. Now, if we break below 444 and 442.5 past that gap, in my opinion, this is a massive false breakout setup on a higher time frame, and it would be bearish. Very bearish. Right now, I'm bearish because we broke down some structures, but it's more like a healthy bearish, like a bearish, bullish, bearish. You guys know what I mean? Like, I'm favoring we could go back test. It's healthy. Still overall bullish because the trend is bullish. But if we're going to get more downside as a day trader, as a sheep style day trader, I am going to short it if that's what the setup is going to give me. All right? And besides, we're around, what, 450? All the way down to 444. That's another $6 move. That could be a nice, good profits for puts. All right? So, yeah. Breakdown 450, 448.5. This sell-off continues. Below 444, bears take control. False breakout based on this bigger setup on the daily time frame. Okay? So like I said, don't look too long unless we recapture some resistant levels. False breakdown setup. So we lost this critical buy zone around 441.5 to 441, around 451.5 to 451.7. Now 451.7 is a fib level. Can't get bearish, I can't get bullish unless this level's recaptured. Understand, we need the false breakdown setup to get in those long positions, to get in calls. All right? And if that happens, play it unbiasedly. Don't argue with the price action. Above 451.7, look to long. With 453.5 to 455 in play. And then we can go back to this fib level around 456.5. And above that, we'll likely go to a new 52-week high. But 459.4-ish would be in play first. All right, so above 451.7, if you're a bull, that's the level you want to see recaptured to be bullish. Otherwise, as long as below 451.7, the breakdown of today's level holds. That's bearish. And watch for the breakdown of more support levels. All right, guys. QQQ broke down some crazy level. I learned this for my tier 2 members. Covered Dow Jones, covered QQQ. Okay. Bears need to keep price below 380.5 and preferably break down more support levels starting with 378.5 and so on. No crystal balls needed. We broke down 378.5. That was our trigger to go short. We went as low as 373 today. Holy moly. And we came down bouncing off support level. Critical support level. You see we got this flag or triangle pattern, whatever you guys want to call it. Usually a continuation pattern. Right? When you look at this, it's what we're taught. Oh, it's a continuation pattern of what? The trend. That means we could get a bounce. But I only trust the bounce if I what? If the price what? If it recaptures a level. False breakdown setup. But understand that these continuation patterns aren't always continuation patterns. Sometimes they're reversal patterns. You got to watch for the break of the range. Or as others like to say, break of the structure. Okay? Same thing, different words, but same concept. All right? Because of that, I will only trust the bounce if resistant clear starting with 375.5. If I zoom out, these are fib levels from all-time high down to October 2022 low. So 375.6, it's more of a macro level. It's a bigger level, critical level. And if that level clears and recaptures tomorrow, we got a false breakdown setup. Look to long with 377, 379, and 380.5 in play. Those are fib levels with 382 in play. Gap fill at 382. All right. If we break down 372.8, guys, look to long that to break down of this triangle pattern and a continuation of this breakdown of the critical fib level. Below 372.8, guys, look to short. Below 372.8 is bearish. Potential reversal to the downside. 369.5 would be in play. Gap fill at 368 and 367 would be a fib level with 365-ish below. We got that, guys. Above 375.6, bullish. Below 372.8, bearish. Dow Jones, look at that. False breakout setup, you know, with an assist from the gap. We cleared 355.7 level yesterday. That's a fib level. Gap below it. And look at that, close below 353. This is bearish price action heading into tomorrow. Put in 351, 349, and 346.5 in play. Below 349 is a breakdown of my orange trend line right there. Bears take control if that level fails. Could try to back test it, but if it fails, bears take control. I'll only trust a bounce when a level recaptures, like I've been saying. So it needs to get back above 353 and clear 355.7 to be bullish. Okay, guys, IWM, I got support still at 195. Bears need to close below it on a daily chart, and that will put 193.8, 192.7, 191.4 in play. As of right now, the bulls need to keep above 195 and clear 196.5 to put in a low and trigger more upside up to 198.4, 200, and possibly up to 202, okay? Tesla. Overall choppy day, but it's overall bearish. Amazing trade ideas on the Discord. Overall, though, we tested the 50% fib level that I have it at 259-ish. Got rejected there, and we got decent selling pressure. Closed below the other fib level at 38.2 fib level at 254.5. As long as below that level, it's bearish. 250, 249, 244.6. 243 and 240.7 are in play as long as below 254.5. If you're a bull, you need 254.5 and 259 to recapture to put 261 gap fill, 263, 265, 267, and 269 in play. Apple, guys, whoo, I couldn't wait to get to Apple. Look at this. Guys, look at this. I know Apple got earnings this week, but look at this. What? Oh boy, look at that. Look at the trend line. I've been waiting all year to report this to you guys. You guys, I've been waiting all year. Let me just savor this moment. Let's savor this moment, guys. Whew. How you feeling, Bears? Listen, I'm not a bear, I'm a sheep, but just from a chartist perspective, I've been waiting, and I can't wait to see what happens next. We got the breakdown of the trend line, guys. The 2023 breakdown of the trend line. I know we got earnings this week. What is the market makers thinking? Are they trying to drop it before they pop it after earnings? What is happening? Or is just, did somebody get the earnings report early? Guys, the chart for the first time in 2023, the chart for Apple is bearish. It's bearish, my friends, my nieces and nephews. But at the end of the day, I have to remind you that I got to play devil's advocate and keep us balanced. One close below is not enough. Listen to me. One close below is not enough. That's got to be followed through. The levels are important. 194.5. As long as below 194.5, the breakdown of this trend line holds, stay bearish below it, okay? Next support levels are 192. If that breaks down, 190, 188.4, and 186.5 in play. Overall, like I said, below 194.5 is bearish. This breakdown holds. Now, if it recaptures 194.5, some of you guys might be disappointed, but remember, our goal is our P&L. Our business is our P&L. Don't argue with the price action. If it recaptures 194.5, that's a false breakdown setup. Put in 196, 198, 200 and 202 in play. Okay, guys? NVDA, legendary stock. Legendary stock. For all my tier 2 members, I hope you guys made profits. Oh man, what was this? This This was posted this morning at 8:12 a.m. on Uncle Charles' birthday. NVDA trying to give us a bearish breakaway gap of the triangle pattern. Holy moly, this only stays in play if price can stay below 461. Yes, it did. For bearish follow through, NVDA needs to break down 457.5 and 454.7. Right here. If it does, look to short. Legendary. Broke down 457.5. Broke down 454 point whatever the hell I said. And it went as low as 433.88. Holy moly. Why does Uncle Charles not have 10,000 subscribers or more yet? I don't know. But let me tell you, it was incredible, guys. And I hope you guys caught the move. Now, plan for now. Support, it's a fib level. It's at 440. If that fails, look to short. We'll likely head down to 434. 438 and 436 in play, but we'll likely head down to 434 with 431.5 and 128 below that, okay? If you're a bull, you need to clear some resistance. 445, 448, 447.5, 449, 451, and the fib level around 454 to 454.5 zone. Those levels need to clear. Please add my levels to your charts. Watch it on a 30-minute chart or whatever chart you're comfortable with. Watch for the breakouts. Watch for the breakdowns. Watch for the false breakouts. Watch for the false breakdowns, guys. And play it level to level. Microsoft looking bearish. Could this be a sign of what's going to happen with Apple? Because they did good on earnings. But look at that. Broke down my trend line. Bearish. Next critical resistance at 325. If that breaks down, gap fill in play. Gap fills at 314.8. But we'll take it one level at a time. 323. 320. 316.6. And then the gap fill is at 314.6. All right. If 325 fails, the pullback or the sell-off continues. I will trust the bounce only when resistant clear, starting with 329.3, 334, 336. Above 336 would be a recapture of my white trend line. 338.5, 340, and 344 above, guys. Please add those levels to your charts. Amazon, we need to break down. Look at that. We broke down 130, nice level to level move. Got to a little lower than 127. But if we break down 127 lower tomorrow or lower, bearish below 127, short below 127, 124, 120 in play. All right. Can't get long unless we get back above 130, in my opinion. Above 130, look to long with 131.7 gap fill in play. And 134.3 above that. Okay, 130, above 130, bullets look to long. 127 breakdown, look to short. We could get a big move to the downside. Google could not stay above that 129.5 level. It also failed to clear that 132.8 level. That's a 1.236 Fibonacci extension level. As long as below 129.5, pullback continues. That keeps 126.6 in play with 124 and gap fill at 122.7-ish below, okay? I'll only trust the bounce if 129.5 recaptures. Give us that false breakdown setup. That'll put 131 and 132.8 in play with 135 above that. Meta battling at that fib level around 321, but finally with the assist in the gap from the gap down, was able to get as low as 310.6s, okay? Now, there is support at 310.6, and there is support at 309. If those levels fail, look to short, okay? Overall, bearish below 318, keep in mind, all right? Now, if we recapture 318 and 321, then I would be bullish and favor more upside up to 325 plus, all right? If we stay below 318, that's overall bearish. Need to break down 314 to put 310.6 and 309 in play. If 309 fails, we'll likely go fill the gap at 300, okay? Before 300, we do have 305.3 as a level, but then below that, 300. Netflix, nice little pullback. Bounce off a fib level at 426.4-ish. If that fails tomorrow, guys, look to short below 426.4 to put lower targets in play. 419.5, 415.3-ish, maybe even lower. I'll trust the bounce. If it gets back above 432 and 437.5, if it get above those levels, look to long. Possibly get up to 446, maybe test 448.3 and 453.3-ish would be a target as well. AMD, holy moly, guys, I gotta show you on the trade idea. This is for tier 2 members or above. Holy moly. Holy moly. Best time to be bearish is when the support fails, like I've been telling you guys. But here's the levels for AMD. 18.5, 117, 115, and 113. I think I gave you guys those levels, and they all broke down. You missed one breakdown, catch the next breakdown. We got as low as 107.3 today. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. All right. As of right now, 109 is support. Okay. If that breaks down, 107 is next. And if 107 fails, holy moly, it's going to get a lot uglier. Probably down to 103.3. Maybe drop down to 99.7 to the 100 zone. Okay. For me to trust the bounce, needs to get above 109. Needs to clear 111.7 and 113, and then I will trust the bounce. Okay, so both got their work cut out for them. All right, here is the VIX. Oh, look at that gap up. Look at the beautiful gap up. All right, as long as above 15.5, bullish on the VIX. 17 is in play. Let's see if we can go test 17. Above 17 is 18.5 and 20. Break back below 15.5 is kind of bearish, with 14 and 13.3 back in play, guys. Here is the dark pool order. We had a lot of liquidity around the 456.43 level, 3.3 in billion in premium. And you look on the daily chart, that's around where SPY gap down from. So the market makers, they had some liquidity to gap down today from institutions. That's very interesting. So as long as below 456.4, that's likely where they shorted from. So as long as below that, SPY is bearish. Okay, now let's see what the flows got to show. Filter for 500K premiums or above. I only want to see what the big money's doing. Overall bearish. Nice. Triple Q, overall bearish. Very bearish. Nice. Dow Jones, overall bearish. IWM, overall bearish. Tesla, overall bearish. Apple, overall bearish. NVDA, say it with me, guys. Oh, this one's bullish. Messed me up, NVDA. It's bullish, guys. Microsoft, overall bearish. Say it with me, guys. Amazon, nothing. Oh, sorry, it's messing up. Google, nothing. What about the other GOOG? The other GOOG is bullish. Meta, overall bearish. Netflix, overall bullish. AMD, overall bearish. VIX, overall bullish. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's Uncle's birthday, so I still got the coupon code out if anyone's interested in joining my Discord.